Today, we live in a world that's both digital and physical, and everything is so interconnected that most of us don't know the full picture of our supply chains. So how safe our world tomorrow will be depends on the choices we make today. In this series, we'll be talking to experts who will give us insights on how you can do your part. From working very closely, like within the Salesforce environment, what can you think of when it comes to one of the biggest challenges for users relating to supply chain attacks?
Well, we need to understand that the Salesforce is not just a cloud app or SaaS app, it is the platform. So essentially with the Salesforce, organizations can build different services or digital experiences, and then they can provide services towards the partners and end customers.
So it's a big ecosystem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So of course certain cloud applications, they can be limited in terms of integrations or what you can use, but Salesforce is the platform, and that obviously makes the Salesforce similar to other cloud platforms like AWS, Azure or Google. So, and then I think this is the problem. As a cloud platform, Salesforce is really complex, and we know well that complexity is the enemy of security. Yes. And Salesforce, by the way, we should give them a credit that they are doing absolutely fantastic job to keep the platform secure.
Really good to hear.
But what comes to the data, it's again the responsibility of the customer, and that actually the valuable asset for the bad actors. So they will try to steal it, or they will try to corrupt it. Of course, we are not aware of any ransomware attacks with the Salesforce where the data, for example, in Salesforce Cloud would be encrypted, but theoretically it's possible. So if the attacker gets access to the data in Salesforce, they might also encrypt it, they might actually delete the data, or in bad case, they might even exfiltrate data and send it over.
Okay, so this is where co-security comes in, because Salesforce takes care of the platform, and then as users, you need to take care of the data that flows in through your area of the platform. So what is your advice then to organizations? Because exposure of this different data towards third-party applications can be problematic if, for example, those that are building are not really very much concerned about what type of data they're exposing, or they're not even reading what needs to be pushed out there. Do you have any general advices for them? Yeah,
the first thing would be assessment and the risk management. So you need to understand again, what are the systems connecting to your Salesforce org, which data actually are consumed, where those data go. The second thing, and that's my personal advice, education. You can actually change many things by teaching or educating your internal users, business owners, and DevOps team. What are the implications with the third parties? What are the threats? Some of those, of course, they are theoretical, but every DevOps team need to do this threat modeling and understand what are the consequences.
They are theoretical today, but they may be real tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah. And that actually leads to the third advice, continuous improvement. So once you establish the process, once you bring the assets, you basically do the risk mapping, you need to do it. You need to redo it, you need to review what you have, maybe replacing some legacy systems, maybe even like changing your suppliers if they are not up to your standards. So that would be my advices. Of course, there are different tools and practices that you can follow, but if we start with 1, 2, 3, I would basically suggest those.
And those are very good advices.
Yes.
Thank you, Dima.
You're welcome.